Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
This time we are looking at a really interesting topic. Chapter 4 of Age Well. Well, Live Fully gets into how our environment impacts aging.
Oh, absolutely.
So, we will definitely be, kind of going over some of the tougher things like how climate change impacts older adults more than others, but then also some of the more exciting things like age-friendly communities. So,
Yeah.
ready to get started?
Yeah, let's jump right in.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So one of the first things the chapter talks about is how older adults are particularly vulnerable when it comes to climate change. And, we all know that climate change affects everyone,
Right.
but there's something about it that seems to be particularly impactful to older adults.
Mm.
And I was wondering if you could speak a little bit to that.
Yeah, so it's not just that older people are maybe, more sensitive to heat. Their
Right.
bodies actually regulate temperature differently.
Wow.
And then when you add in things like potential social isolation, maybe they're not as mobile. That really increases their risk during things like heat waves.
Wow. That makes a lot of sense. And the book does offer some practical tips for managing these risks.
Yeah.
What were some of the things that stood out to you?
Well, I mean, staying informed is key, right?
Yeah.
Knowing the weather forecasts, being aware of heat advisories, that kind of thing. The book also talks a lot about creating a safe indoor environment, almost like a haven during extreme weather events.
Okay.
Having good insulation access to air conditioning, those are vital
Yeah.
during those times.
Yeah, it makes me think about, when there's like a hurricane or, something like that, and everyone's told to stay indoors.
Right.
It's like that, but maybe like on a more regular basis.
Yeah, exactly. These things are going to become more frequent, so we have to be prepared.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And I was also struck by how much the book emphasizes checking in on vulnerable neighbors. It's such a simple act, but it could be truly life-saving.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes just a phone call
Yeah.
or a quick visit can make all the difference.
Yeah. And, moving on, it's not just about reacting to climate challenges, right? This chapter also delves into creating environments that actually support us as we age.
Yeah, exactly. And this whole concept of age-friendly communities is something that I think we need to talk about more.
Yeah, it's interesting because when I think about age-friendly communities, the first thing that pops into my head is like wheelchair ramps and, things like that.
Right. And those are important, don't get me wrong, but it goes way beyond that.
Okay.
It's really about looking at everything: housing, transportation, healthcare,
Oh, wow.
and seeing how they can all be designed to really support older adults.
That's amazing.
right.
And when I think about accessible transportation,
Yeah.
it's easy to kind of fall into this trap of thinking, okay, we need specialized buses or, things like that. But it seems like the book is pushing for something way more radical.
Totally. It's challenging us to completely reimagine our cities.
Yeah.
Can we design them for multi-generational mobility, where seniors can be empowered to move freely and independently, even if they don't drive? That's a pretty fascinating design challenge when you think about it.
Yeah, it really makes you think about all of the possibilities.
Yeah.
And speaking of environments that support well-being,
Yeah.
the book spends a lot of time talking about green spaces. And, we all know that nature is good for us, but is there something specific about how seniors benefit?
There is. Yeah, research has shown that spending time in nature not only reduces stress for seniors, but can actually improve their cognitive function
Wow.
and boost their immune system. It's incredible.
And the book offers some pretty cool tips like, gardening, walking in parks, even just bringing nature indoors with some houseplants.
Yeah, absolutely. Little things can make a huge difference.
I remember reading about a study where hospital patients recovering from surgery actually healed faster when they had plants in their rooms.
Real.
It's incredible how powerful those connections can be.
Absolutely. And the book emphasizes that these green spaces are not just for, individuals to enjoy. They're important for community well-being. It encourages people to advocate for more green spaces in their communities.
Yeah.
It's an investment in our collective health.
I love that. So we've covered a lot today. Adapting to climate change, designing truly supportive communities, and recognizing the power of green spaces.
It's a lot to think about, yeah.
It is. It is. But I think it all boils down to this idea of taking proactive steps to shape the environments where we age.
Right.
And I think the chapter leaves us with this really powerful question. If you could design your ideal age-friendly community, what would make it truly thrive? What would be its defining feature?
Oh, that's a great question. I think I'm going to be thinking about that one for a while.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Well, thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure having you. And to everyone listening, we hope this sparks some ideas for how we can all create a healthier and more fulfilling future for ourselves and for everyone.